we're going to talk about coughs in this section, and it's quite a long one, hence why we have our glasses on. But we're going to give you the kind of the main points of each cough remedy, and then you can always look at your handout for the little details. So aconite is the first remedy to think about when you get a cough. It's this sudden onset cough that sometimes will happen when you come back from when it's cold outside, when you have a situation like for children, for example, who come back from the park and start coughing. You think of aconite. It's also one that you would give for this kind of sound, a bit like a croupy cough. So you would give aconite to, you know, for the first or second day, but if it continues, you would start going on to other remedies, like belladonna, which is another remedy that you would give at the beginning, and this is paroxysm of coughing. So basically, you cough, 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 stop, and cough again, stop, and cough again. So this kind of it just keeps coming back, and it provokes also quite a lot of irritation in the throat, like something's lodged in the back of the throat, and so the larynx feels sore, and also they have a headache. They often have headaches with this cough. So that's for the sudden onset of coughs. And then we have others.
The next remedy is bryonia, and this is again a drier cough, and it's extremely painful, and it is felt in the whole of the head and the chest. So often when you're coughing, there will be a headache as well. There may be sharp shooting or stabbing pains, and the person with the cough holds on to their chest when they're coughing, and they fear breathing because of the pain. Thirsty, be very thirsty for large amounts of cold water. And the next remedy is phosphorus, and phosphorus is a dry, irritating, tickling cough in the larynx, and it can be painful with a burning sensation. It's often indicated when a cold moves down to the chest, and chest feels heavy, maybe a bit of a history of asthma. The cough prevents sleep, and coughing is exhausting, and very thirsty for ice cold water, and sensitive to changes in temperature, and is better when sitting up, warmth, or lying on the right side at night.
So then we go on to spongia, with this more of a barking cough. So it's a bit difficult to describe all these coughs, but this one, it sounds a bit like a saw. Very suffocating, and breathing is very difficult for them, and they have this loud breathing, spongia. It can also, like aconite, be caused by cold winds, and also from overexcitement, which is also a case for phosphorus. So it's, a lot of these signs sometimes kind of overlap each other, which is
quite difficult to find a
remedy
sometimes.
Remedy, exactly. So with spongia, their voice is hoarse and hollow, and they also have a lot of anxiety, which is again similar to phosphorus, but that's more for this croupy sensation, this croupy sound of a cough that you would think about spongia, this dry and barking. And then another remedy is Drosera, or Drosera, I'm not quite sure how you say it, which is a deep barking cough, sounds like a whooping cough. It comes in fits, leading to retching or vomiting. That's one of the main signs for it. They have a violent itching in the throat that causes this cough from happening, and it hurts them, so they have to hold their chest when they're coughing. It's also a cough that happens after you've been ill with measles, apparently, which I didn't know because we see so few measles cases now, but it's linked to that. It can be linked to that. So that's for these kind of coughs, and then we go on to the wet coughs.
So a remedy for a wet cough is Hepa Sulph. This is a productive cough and can be quite violent cough. It's dry in the evening but loose in the morning, and there can be copious, thick, sticky yellow mucus. And also you can get some splinter-like pains around your chest when you're coughing, some wheezing, and the person needing this remedy will be very, very chilly. I mean, don't even want to put their hands outside the covers of their bed, and the mood will be irritable, and they're worse for cold, dry air, so that will sort of bring on a coughing fit, and much better for warmth. And another remedy, which in some ways overlaps the Hepa Sulph for a wet cough, is Kali Bic. And this is, again, a productive cough, but it's more rattling around the chest and can be related to the sinuses. So if you get a cough and sinus pain, it's a good remedy to look at. And there will be a kind of tough, stringy mucus. It's stringy, which is coughed up in the morning, and that can be quite difficult to cough up. And the catarrh, the phlegm, is thick and can dry in rather horrible looking crusts on your nose, and those can be blocked. And you may have pain because it's related to sinuses. You could have pain in the root of the nose. It's better for sitting up, worse lying down.
So Antad is another remedy for wet coughs. This is a remedy that I use a lot, especially in small children who have, you hear them, this kind of noisy breathing of stuff going up and down, and they have difficulty bringing stuff up. So it's this cough. You can compare it a little bit to a smoker's cough, the sound of a smoker's cough. So it's very wet, very loose, but nothing coming up. It's just kind of stuck here. So there's also quite a lot of catarrh, as I just said, which can be quite thick. But once they bring it up, you can see that. But otherwise, it just kind of stays there. And then finally, pulsatilla, which is a loose, rattling cough, which in this case has got a lot of yellow, greeny discharge that comes up, phlegm. It can be dry during the night and loose during the day. So basically during the night they're coughing normally, and then in the morning it all comes up and it's this lovely colour of green and yellow. They might also have watery eyes, and children especially tend to be very clingy and weepy and not very happy in general. So those are the coughs. Some of the coughs remedies. There are more, but these are the main ones. There you go.